Welcome to the MATLAB Tutorial Fundamentals. Part 1 to 3 show how to use the environment, how to write the first lines of code and how to use input-output commands. The MATLAB environment is organized in 4 windows: File Browser, Workspace, Editor and Command Window. The windows can be configured using the Layout menu. MATLAB uses the same type of commands as other programming languages: variable declarations and assignments, input and output commands, control flow statements and functions. When we first open the MATLAB environment, the layout shows the file browser, highlighted green, the workspace, that we highlighted red, and the command window, that we highlighted orange. Now let's get into it and start programming with the MATLAB environment. When typing help CLC in the command window, the documentation for the CLC command is shown, with a link to the reference page. MATLAB can be used in interactive mode or script mode. Interactive mode means, type commands in the command window. The output is also shown in the command window. The workspace shows the content of the variables that are currently used. In script mode, we write the statements of the program in a new script file. Then we execute the script by using the Run menu. To keep it simple, we just copy the code of our first Hello World program from the MATLAB tutorial website. This first script will simply assign the value Hello World to a variable named text, and display it on the command window. The name of our first script is test_hello.m. Now we execute the script by using the Run menu. Note that the text Hello World is displayed twice in the command window. Once, as a result of omitting the trailing semicolon in line 4, and once as a result of using disp in line 5. Next, we structure the script in sections using 2% symbols. Each section can be run separately using the Run section menu. In section 2, we declare 2 variables and calculate their sum. Note that data type declaration is not required, since MATLAB detects the data type from the assigned value. The variable values can be outputted to the command window using disp. Now we run first section 1 and observe the output, namely the string Hello World, then section 2 and observe the output, namely the values of the 3 variables. In section 3, we declare 2 string variables and concatenate them to a new string. In order to concatenate variables with plus, both must be strings, or converted to string format. When you create a string using double quotes, it is stored as an object of class string, and you can use functions for text processing, such as appending a text to a string using the plus symbol. Next, we rename the script, so that the new name describes the content better. MATLAB supports different data types, in particular, numerical data types, Boolean data types and string data types. They are all represented by classes. With the whos command, you can find out data type and size of single variables, or of all the variables in the workspace. The whos command shows that numerical values are stored as 1 times 1 matrices, and integer numbers are stored as floating point with double precision. We obtain a nicer formatting of the output by using disp with an array of strings as argument. In order to obtain an output consisting of a string label and the value of a numerical variable, we first must convert the value of the variable to a string. Then call disp with an array argument, the first element of the array being the label, the second element the variable value converted to a string. We apply the formatted output with disp to all 3 variables, a, b, and sum. Usage of clear and CLC in each section is okay for small demos, but we want to start with a clean slate. A better solution is to move the cleanup code in its own section, that we run only when needed. Now we can use the Run in Advance menu to execute section after section and keep the output. Formatted output in MATLAB can be obtained using disp as we have seen before, or using fprintf. Using fprintf for output as in C programming gives you the most control over formatting the variables. The format specifiers %d are replaced by the values of the integer variables specified subsequently. Input entered in the command window can be stored in variables using the input prompt function. First, you have to declare a prompt text as information for the user. Then, the assignment A equals input, prompt, displays the text in prompt and waits for the user to input a value and press the return key. Part 1 to 3 of this MATLAB tutorial showed how to use the environment in interactive and script mode. How to write your first lines of code in MATLAB, declaring variables of different data types. How to use the commands help, clear, CLC and whos. And finally, how to use the input and output commands, disp, fprintf and input prompt.